Hey, do you like the Hunger Games? The Battle Royales? The murders? Then you might be interested in The Culling, a first-person survival game made by Xavier Games. Based on my research, Xavier Games was formed in 2007, but its first game, Leech and Battle Mage, wasn't released till 2014. Battle Mage received mixed reviews on Steam, but hey, we all get a start somewhere. Like how Shovel Knight got a start burying bodies for the mob, or how Ryoko from Kill la Kill got a start starring the family comedy. Let's get one thing straight. I tend to avoid early access games, since the concept of paying for an unfinished game leaves a bad taste in my mouth. However, after watching Jim Sterling's early impression of the game, and buying the game for a friend, I decided to give The Culling a shot. The Culling is a PC-only multiplayer game in which you and 15 other players are not only placed on an island, but given 25 minutes to do one thing: to impress your senpai.
You just got killed with a spear!
AKA kill each other. Since there's absolutely no respawning, the last person standing is declared the winner. You can already tell by now, but the game is more of a comedic take on the Hunger Games. For example, like the Hunger Games, a floating screen appears on the sky to let you know how many players are left. Or if you want to be a fucking troll, and there's even an announcer.
Your enemy was just pummeled to death! Fisticuffs for the win! Yeah!
MVP. I would like to first say that despite the fact it's an early access game, The Culling is surprisingly stable. As for graphics, I did see a couple of issues in which textures go low res for a few seconds, but I'm chalking that up due to the Unreal 4 engine. I will say that the Unreal 4 engine does a marvelous job with the way the environment looks, especially when it comes to lighting and the foliage. The only serious issue I had with the game's graphics is the way the in-game models look. I have the game on the following settings and the model still looks questionable, but again, speaking of the way the player models look, the game allows you to create a custom avatar. It's not on the same level of character customization like in Fallout 4 or the Sims franchise, but it's a nice touch. You can even assign passive abilities to your avatar, such as increased damage your crafted weapon can cause, higher health, or a faster sprint speed. At the time of this early impression, the game has 3 modes: free-for-all, team battle, and practice mode. Although I did play team mode for a friend, most of my time was spent on the free-for-all mode. In every round, you, the other players, and random items are placed on different places on the map. Because of this, every match feels fresh and unique. Not once in my playthrough of the game was I able to predict a pattern, despite the fact it is essentially put on the same map every time. Anyway, you start off every match inside a box. Solid Snake will be fucking proud. After you leave the box, you find rocks and branches. This is where the game's crafting system comes in. With just some rocks and branches, you can craft knives, spears, bandages, smoke bombs, and even satchels to increase your inventory space. Although the game tells you what you can craft by holding one item and hovering your cursor over the other item, you can find the crafting options in the pause menu. You can also craft traps, but I barely crafted them since I had a hard time finding some ingredients to make them. With each item you craft, it consumes a certain amount of funk, or flexible universal nano compound. In fact, funk is not only used for crafting, but is also used for airdrops, opening special crates, and healing. Funk can be obtained by finding the remains of foreign contestants, funk containers, recycling equipment, and multiplying, killing the other players. Though you can craft some fairly good amount of stuff, consider your items as Jesus fucking Christ, I'm in some deep shit and I need to fend myself! Option. During my playthrough, I did find axes, recurved bows, and even Trust me, you may be proud of the knife you made, but it won't mean shit against a fucking walking body armor and a gun. Since we're on the subject of defending yourself, let's talk about the combat system. I can show you that most of your time killing the other players will be spent in the melee combat system. Melee combat is fairly simple. Swing your weapon with the left mouse button, block with your right mouse button. By blocking a player's attack, you can cause them to be stunned for a few seconds, allowing you to get a free hit in. To break the block, you can push them using the Q button. You can also do extra damage to them by striking them from behind, which can be a real fucking lifesaver at times if your health is lower than theirs. I will admit, the combat system needs some work. Most of my time with the melee combat involved me and my opponent blocking each other till one of us finally gets irritated and decides to strike. I seriously wish that Xavier would improve the combat in the future, as it might be a major turn for prospective players. Despite the fact that the game wants you to kill the enemy, you'll survive longer if you know, think. For example, A commonly used tactic is to wait for the other players to fight it out and for you to finish off the victor. Or, if you know there is enemies near a poison vent, you can activate it to potentially kill all the players in the surrounding area. Hell, there were a couple of times in which I managed to avoid potential danger by listening to subtle audio cues such as opponents running through grass. Despite the fact the melee combat system needs some fine-tuning and the character's model could look better, the game is truly fun and hasn't gone stale for me thus far. I just hope that Xambian Games will continue to improve the game even after its early access release. If you want to try out the game for yourself, it costs $20 on Steam. Shit, this is the first time I did a review on this channel. How the hell do I end this? Battle Royale is a Hunger Games ripoff? Wrong! Yeah, I think we're done here. Hey guys, I just want to thank you so much for watching this video. This is the first review I've ever done on this channel, so there's still some things I need to improve on, but I'm willing to put the effort into it to make sure these videos are as high quality as possible. If you actually enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, as I plan on doing more of these video game and anime reviews with animated skits in between. I also do weekly animations on this channel, so if that interests you, please be sure to click the link inside the video. Also, if you played the Culling, what do you think about the game? Please be sure to leave a comment and I'll be sure to respond to it as soon as possible. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day and night. See ya!